Help Israel now. The difference between life and death for Israel and its people is in our hands.
We need to stand with Israel, the people of Israel, against terrorism now more than ever before.
And you support that? And you call yourself a Christian?
Now, for this one, sir, actually, we really don't do that. What we do is we just help out the people caught in the crossfire, whether they're Jews, Christians, or Arab. We don't, of course, we are just not able to...
Israel needs your help. Your future, their future is in your hands. That's the ad. And you haven't even seen that ad. So don't tell me what I'm calling up for. Because I've seen the ad. I've played the ad. I've sent it to my friends, and I've sent it to 100 other friends to let them know exactly what is being played here. They're being played. They're being played for chumps. Because this ad contains CGI, computer-generated images, special effects, showing that these rockets being fired from Hamas, and in fact most of these rockets have Hebrew writing on them. They're Mossad rockets that are being fired to blame Palestinians, that are actually being fired by Israeli agents within Palestine and the Gaza-controlled strip. In fact, the war in Gaza is no war at all. You can't have a war against a defenseless population. You can have a war against two armies of an opposing side that have similar kind of firepower. In fact, Gaza does not even have one tank. Hamas do not have a helicopter. They don't have a navy. They don't have an army. These are volunteers, civilians, a militia, if you like, that are standing up for the people's freedom against the might of the Goliath, which is called Israel. And Israel is supported by the United States, as I told you, for $6.8 million a day. And you sit there and say, well, they need your money. They need your support. They don't need anybody's money. They got enough taxpayers' money rolling in already. And you sit there being well paid to take phone calls to bleed Americans dry for more and more cash money, blood money that you're accepting. That you go home and sleep at night quite comfortably while these Palestinian children are shot in the head.
Okay, I do understand your concerns.
My concerns are for the Palestinian people. I don't give a damn what I feel, and you don't either. I can see that quite clearly. You don't care for people. You don't care for your God. You don't care for your religion. You care for money. As long as you're getting paid to be there, that's all you care about, right? Good little Miss Christian. Type away all you like, because God is listening right now. The God of Abraham, the God of Jehovah, the God who is the one and true God. Well, alhamdulillah, I hope you're happy. Because God is listening, and God knows who is on the right side and who is on the wrong side. A David and Goliath battle, who wins in the end? I'm telling you, ma'am, it's not the giant. Have you finished notifying your superiors, ma'am?
Sir, your call may be recorded for quality purposes, so if you'd like to...
I'm glad you notified that, because your call may be recorded for purposes as well. And everything you've said may be used for training purposes. Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day. I hope your God has been listening, because he's got a lot to answer for, and so have you.
Well, by now it was safe to say that this association knew that they had somebody on their case. Well, of course, I didn't give up, so I called them straight back, and they had this to say.
Thank you for calling the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line, and your call will be answered by the next available agent.
And Mr. Kravitz, as you have probably seen on the news, 250,000 innocent Israeli men, women, and children in southern Israel are under constant attack from rockets and mortar rounds fired by Hamas terrorists inside Gaza. There is an immediate critical need for emergency, relief, protection, and care, including bomb shelters, trauma centers, and much more. The fellowship is currently on the ground in this war zone providing for these needs in the midst of this crisis. Will you please help us?
Well, ma'am, that's why I'm calling.
Okay. Sir, many of our friends have already responded with an emergency gift of $100, $150, or even $250 for this critical need. Will you please join us in standing with Israel during this war against terrorism?
Well, I can do a little bit more than that. I want to see all these Arabs dead, so I got $2,000.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to see the Arabs dead too?
Right. So, sir, what amount is most comfortable for you to donate to this critical need?
Well, I want to donate $2,000 because I think these Arabs are less than human. Don't you agree?
Well, yes, sir. So that's $2,000.
You know, they shouldn't be attacking Israel because they're God's chosen people.
Yes, sir.
You know, God signed the real estate order for the Jews to move in there, and they don't have any right to be there. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
How many rockets are being fired on Israel?
Well, I don't have any idea, sir.
But you just told me.
A lot, sir.
A lot?
Yes.
So how many people have died in Israel from these rocket attacks?
A lot of people also, sir.
How many is a lot? Do you have a figure?
No, sir. We don't have any figure here.
But your advertisement says...
More than happy to take your...
Your advertisement says thousands of rockets every day.
Yes, sir.
So in 8 years, 1,000 rockets a day, hitting 1,000 people, means 2.5 million Israelis. Is that a correct figure?
Well, I'm not... I don't have any information about that, sir, so I can't answer you correctly.
So how can you take people's money if you don't know any information?
Well, as I mentioned a while ago, sir, well, there are 250,000.
There's millions have died from the rockets?
This is the information that we have here, sir.
You have information that millions have died from rockets?
The one that I've mentioned is 250,000 innocent Israeli men, women, and children in southern Israel are under constant attack from rockets and mortar rounds fired by the Hamas terrorists inside Gaza. And we don't have any specific information of how many people died on that incident.
Okay, why don't you have any specific information? Why not?
Well, we can give you more information about this, sir, if you want.
No. That was not my question. How come you, as a telephone operator, don't have any information about what you're trying to give out to people? What information you're giving out to people? How come you don't have that information?
Well, because we had limited information here. That's why we're giving out free information. We can send it to your house.
You're giving out free information, but you don't have any on the phone.
As I've mentioned, sir, we only have a limited information here.
Have you seen the advertisement that's being put on TV?
Not yet, sir.
I can hear you typing.
No, sir.
You haven't seen the advertisement?
No.
Did you know it contains fake images of CGI explosions?
No, sir, because I haven't seen it yet.
Well, did you know that you're actually promoting a fake production, a fake promotion?